The U.S. Constitution is one of the most significant and influential documents in world history. Drafted in 1787 and ratified a year later, it established the framework for the federal government of the United States and has served as a model for countless other nations. The Constitution's structure and provisions have shaped American society, politics, and governance for over 2 centuries. Let's explore some of its key components. The Constitution begins with the famous Preamble, a concise yet powerful statement that outlines the document's fundamental purposes and principles. The opening phrase, "We the people of the United States," affirms that the Constitution derives its authority from the citizens themselves, not from a monarch or ruling elite. The preamble then lists several core objectives: to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty. These words encapsulate the goals of creating a strong, unified nation, upholding the rule of law, maintaining order and security, promoting the well-being of all citizens, and safeguarding individual freedoms. While the preamble itself does not carry the force of law, it serves as a guiding statement of intent and a reminder of the principles upon which the Constitution and the nation itself is founded. One of the most celebrated and influential components of the Constitution is the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments ratified in 1791. These amendments were added in response to concerns from anti-federalists who feared that the Constitution did not adequately protect individual liberties. The First Amendment guarantees freedoms of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition, rights that are essential to a robust democracy and open society. The Second Amendment protects the right to bear arms, a highly debated issue throughout American history. Other amendments safeguard due process, protect against unreasonable searches and seizures, require fair trials, and reserve powers to the states and the people. The Bill of Rights has played a crucial role in defining and defending the civil liberties of American citizens. Its provisions have been interpreted and applied through countless court cases over the past 2 centuries, reflecting the ever-evolving nature of American jurisprudence and the enduring importance of these fundamental freedoms. While the original Constitution and the Bill of Rights established the core framework for the U.S. government, the framers recognized that the document might need to be updated or revised over time. Article 5 outlines the process for amending the Constitution, which requires proposed amendments to be approved by 2/3 of both houses of Congress and then ratified by 3/4 of the states. One of the most significant amendments in terms of its impact on the federal government's power and reach is the 16th Amendment, ratified in 1913. This amendment gave Congress the authority to levy an income tax, a pivotal change that vastly expanded the government's ability to raise revenue and fund its operations. Prior to the 16th Amendment, the federal government relied primarily on tariffs and excise taxes, which proved insufficient as the nation grew and the role of the federal government expanded. The 16th Amendment states, "The Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes on incomes from whatever source derived without apportionment among the several states and without regard to any census or enumeration." This simple yet far-reaching provision paved the way for the modern federal income tax system, which now accounts for a substantial portion of the government's annual revenue. Beyond the 16th Amendment, several other amendments have profoundly shaped American society and governance. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery, a monumental step toward realizing the nation's founding ideals of equality and freedom. The 14th Amendment granted citizenship and equal protection under the law to all persons born or naturalized in the United States, including formerly enslaved people. The 15th Amendment prohibited the denial of voting rights based on race, color, or previous condition of servitude. The 19th Amendment, ratified in 1920, guaranteed women the right to vote, a hard-won victory for the women's suffrage movement after decades of advocacy and struggle. More recently, the 26th Amendment in 1971 extended voting rights to all citizens aged 18 and older, recognizing the growing social and political influence of young Americans. These amendments, along with others that have been ratified over the years, demonstrate the flexibility and adaptability of the Constitution. They reflect the ongoing process of refining and expanding the rights and protections afforded to all Americans, as well as the ever evolving nature of the nation's social, political, and economic landscape. The structure of the U.S. Constitution, with its preamble, Bill of Rights, and amendment process, has proven to be remarkably durable and resilient. While the document itself is relatively brief, its impact on American society and governance has been immense. The preamble sets forth the guiding principles and aspirations upon which the nation was founded, serving as a touchstone for the Constitution's interpretation and application. The Bill of Rights enshrines fundamental civil liberties that have become deeply ingrained in American culture and identity. The amendment process outlined in Article 5 has allowed the Constitution to adapt and evolve over time, reflecting the changing needs and values of the American people. Amendments like the 16th have transformed the scope and reach of the federal government, while others have expanded and protected the rights of marginalized groups, striving to bring the nation ever closer to its founding ideals of liberty, equality, and justice for all. As American society continues to change and new challenges arise, the Constitution will undoubtedly be tested and interpreted in new ways. But its core structure, with its system of checks and balances, separation of powers, and guarantee of individual rights, has proven remarkably enduring. The Constitution remains a beacon of democratic principles, a lasting testament to the vision and wisdom of the framers, and a source of inspiration for nations around the world.